How good is the Sony ECM-B10 for vlogging and production? Let's get into it. First of all, this microphone is cable and battery free. It powers off of the camera battery, which is really handy. And if you're used to using Rode and all these other, Sennheiser, all these other off-brand microphones, you won't have to keep up with 9-volt batteries or AA's or AAA's or any of that stuff. You just throw this thing on the top of the camera, and as long as the camera battery is good, you're good to go. This microphone, I think, is wonderful for speech and voice, which makes it a cinch for using in vlogging. It's made for all Sony cameras that have the multi-interface shoe, which is virtually all of them. And it uses signal processing and beamforming technology. Now, I don't honestly understand how this works, but I've got a pair of Sony of the 1000X headphones, and they're amazing. And what Sony did is they sort of backwards engineered a new type of microphone, a brand new type of microphone that uses the same noise canceling technology that their headphones have been using for years. And these convert normal analog sound to digital, which means there's no hiss of any kind. And you don't ever have to use a preamp, an external preamp or anything like that. So this is a really nice way to get into really, really good NPR quality audio. And depending on how you have it set, it rejects off-axis ambient noise really, really well. So there are 3 capture modes on the microphone. There's super directional, unidirectional, and omnidirectional. And if you look at the top, you can see the different settings. So the one that most people are going to use is a super setting. If you're doing a single person talking in front of the camera, which is what vloggers do. If you're shooting maybe 2 people talking, or you're interviewing someone, you'll want to pick the uni setting, the middle setting. And then finally, if you really want ambient noise, if you're out in nature or something, you want everything that's happening all around you, you would choose the Omni one, which would be also a good one to choose if you're doing interviewing behind the camera and you're asking questions and you need that audio for the production. It also has a noise cut and a low cut filter built in, which is very simple and straightforward. And my favorite is you can do manual level control. So you can literally, without diving into menus, if all of a sudden the audio that you're capturing gets really loud or really soft, you can just literally reach up with your thumb and change the volume or the gain very easily. Or you can choose manual or automatic for audio level control. This microphone is only 3.1 inches long, and this is really ideal. It's so light and small, and with the new 3 lenses that Sony just came out with, the 10-20G f4 zoom and the 15mm 1.4G lens, and then the 11mm 1.8 lens, which is super wide, this microphone will not be in the upper left of the frame when you're using it on a ZV-10. And it's kind of funny. I get a kick out of, in the manual, they call the dead cat a furry windscreen. I guess in Japanese, you probably can't say that there's an attribute of a product called a dead cat, so I get it. Last, the mounting of the shoe, they've figured that out really well. It's a rubber mounted thing. You can actually make some minor adjustments to the camera without causing a lot of vibration and therefore noise to come into your recordings. And it's moisture and dust resistant, which is pretty sweet. I'm now in my wife Ellie's scrapbook room. There's no light on, it's just window light with blinds. And now I've got the light on. It's an LED daylight bulb, so it should match what's going on outside. And you can see I'm a little dark in my face, but as I turn this way, it starts getting better. And finally now I've got a decent exposure. Not too bad. And I probably should have the big flower behind me. And the air's on right now, and it's pretty loud. And so this mic is set to super directional, so it should be rejecting a lot of that AC noise. And I'll give you an idea what that's like. I'm going to point it up at the ceiling, so it's pointed at the register. Kind of a sweet spot to be in and do a stand-up or whatever I need to do. Now to me, I'm a little hot on my face right now, but I can fix that later because I'm shooting an HLG or hyperlog gamma, and it's a huge, wide swath of exposure. So I'm going to walk a little bit and show you my new motorcycle. This is a bike that I'm pretty excited about. I've been a BMW guy for years and years and years, and this is a Yamaha Super Tenere that is going to be headed out to Colorado in just a few weeks. I leave a bike out west so I can fly and use the cheap airlines like Allegiant and Frontier, and I like fly out there and ride, and then I just fly home again. It's pretty slick. My bike that'll stay in Tennessee, my trusty steed, is a BMW GS 1200 adventure bike. I love this bike. I've ridden it 53,000 miles. So I'm hoping to put some more miles on the V-Strom out there. And these are just my tools, my lawnmower, whatever. Just an excuse to kind of vlog. A lot of color back there, just to kind of show you what it's like with this grip and this whole setup. Okay, I want to do one last test with this 11mm lens, the ZV-E10, the grip, and the ECM-B10 microphone. I'm now in the garage, but I've set the camera on the tripod legs, which are built into the grip, just so you could hear what I sound like when I'm not right in front of the camera. I wanted to do something outside so you could hear the just how directional this mic is. So right behind the camera right now is the outdoor condenser unit for the heat and air conditioning. So what I'm gonna do is just gently turn, and you're gonna start hearing it louder and louder. And there it is. But I think you'll find that my voice is still pretty recognizable. I mean, I'm still the primary source of audio, even though that thing is back there. And as I turn this way, again, it should be rejecting most of that noise and just only my voice. Now, if I switch this to omnidirectional from super, you get this, and it's getting all the noise that's surrounding me, which is probably really bad now. So I think the primary way I'll be using this is in the super mode. I'm really excited because I'm going to start vlogging on a regular basis from the motorcycle, and my primary vlogging kit is going to be what I'm using right now. So I'll be taking this on the road next week. Actually, I'll be flying out to Colorado Springs to ride another motorcycle called Suzuki V-Strom, and I will take you with me and post some videos from the road. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Pat Murphy-Racey, Sony Artisan of Imagery.